All right, do you have a bunch of loyalty and membership cards that you just can't keep track of? Well, you don't want to lug them all around, but you do want to save money. Our organizing strategist, Brenda Principali, is here to help make sure we don't leave money on the table by organizing or, in some cases, getting rid of them. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely, yes.
So I like this idea. Organizing is going to save us money.
And money and time
Yes.
and frustration and all that. There's nothing worse than standing in a checkout and they're asking for your card and you
Yep.
don't have it.
Yep.
Your app won't load and the person behind you is getting aggravated, all of that. So we're going to reduce that.
Please. This happened to me the other day because, you know, Whole Foods, you scan your Amazon app now.
Right.
And mine wasn't loading. And I said, you know what, just forget about it. But thankfully, the woman was so patient and showed me where they moved it to. And I saved a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
So now we can all make sure we're getting those savings.
Right.
So where do we begin?
Well, you begin with, if your preference is truly to have those cards with you or those little tags. You know, one of the easy things you can do is, yes, you can put it on your keychain, but then that gets to be quite cumbersome. And, you know, there's nothing worse than it like loading up your purse or anything like that. So, you know, if that's your choice and you like that, then great, but we have some alternatives.
All right, what are those alternatives?
You know, and the other thing is that sometimes you actually have to have the physical card. It has to scan the magnetic strip or it has your picture on it. You know, think about some of the big box stores you walk in now and you have to scan it so it matches your picture. So whether it's getting your own separate little wallet that has just those in it, then it makes it really, really quick and easy just to open that up and find them. You can organize them if you want to do them alphabetical or most used or whatever your preference is. But if you do want to put those in its own little wallet, that's an okay thing to do.
Nice. And I see you have like one of those little card ones too, so it's not too much.
Right, right.
Okay.
So the next thing is, if you are, for example, if you want to be using it at a grocery store, go ahead and actually attach it to your grocery reusable bag. And so like here, you know, it's on a bungee, so you can actually stretch it over to scan it. But then when you're taking in your reusable bag, then that card is right there with you. And same thing if you're going into a gym, you know, attach it like to the side of your water bottle. So that it's always there with you and it's something that you take. So it's very specific to wherever it is that you need to use that tag.
I like this idea too for the reusable bag because I also always forget to bring in my reusable bags, but maybe if I link it to something that saves me money, I won't forget anymore.
Double bonus.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, what else can we do?
Well, so the next thing is if you do want to be in the digital arena, and there's some really bonuses, you know, to that. I have an app actually that you can load all of your membership tags in. It takes a picture of the front and a picture of the back, and then it actually will, based on that, give you the barcode. So it will then, you open up that app, you go to the store, and now you put that on, and if for some reason that's not working, it does have an actual picture of the front and back.
Is that a free app?
It is a free app, and it's really, really helpful.
Whoa, what's it called?
It's called KeyTag.
KeyTag.
Or I'm sorry, Keyring.
Keyring.
Yeah.
That is genius.
Yeah, it's really great. And so there's alternatives to that. If you don't want to do that, maybe go ahead and, you know, yes, there's some phones have like a wallet that you can add things to, but there's nothing wrong with you actually creating that yourself by just taking a picture of each one of your barcode tags, having your own special folder for it that's on the front screen, and then you can open it up and then there are those key tag barcodes right there. So you can manually do it yourself if you don't want to use an app. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, I know in the photo album on an iPhone you can create folders.
Right.
So, that's genius.
That's your key tags for all that. Yeah.
All right, make sure we're not leaving money on the table. Anything else you want to add?
Well, the only other thing is that we're moving more and more. Yes, there's the barcodes, but we're moving a lot to QR codes. And so just in really short, one of the things is knowing what those QR codes are for. They're either going to open up a URL, they're going to email, they're going to open a PDF or a menu at a restaurant, they're going to give you recipes. So it's really great if you have that QR code reader that is not part of your phone, you download that app, that it's right on your front screen. so that, because sometimes they flash up, I mean, Fox 5 does it for, getting the weather app,
Yeah.
but it goes by really fast.
Yeah, you
So-
gotta be fast.
Yeah, so have that really quick and
All right.
accessible so you can open it up and get that QR code.
Okay, Brenda, thanks so much.